take a comfortable seat. And shoulders up and away from the ears. Chest lifted. Nose slightly toward the floor. Eyes closed or soft. Tuning into the inner state of being. Noticing the breath, your body, and your space here in the universe. Noticing boundaries of the body. The connection with the inside of the body and the outside of the body. Starting to really tune into all of the senses. What can you hear? What can you smell? And what can you feel in the body, outside the body? And any other stimulus that you can sense, maybe vibrations, energy waves. Just allow your awareness to flow over these different aspects, these different inputs into the organism. Try to move through them with a quiet, calm intention, opening up to observing. Couple more breaths here. On your next inhale, slowly open the eyes, come back into space. All right, let's start with the neck. We're going to take the right ear toward the right shoulder. I'm going to pick up that right hand and place it to the side of the head. Just a little bit more here. You can release your left hand down to the floor, starting to drop that shoulder a little lower. And then we'll release the right hand, keeping your ear down. We're going to turn the nose up toward the ceiling, getting the front side of the neck. And then we're going to rotate the nose over the right shoulder. See if you can look over that shoulder, maybe behind the shoulder. And from here, we're going to rotate across the back of the neck. So we're going to lift the nose up toward the ceiling and looking up high, we're going to rotate slowly all the way over to the other side so that the left ear is toward the left shoulder. Dropping your left ear toward the left shoulder, we'll take the left hand now to the outside of the head, just getting a little bit more here. Right hand, right shoulder down. And then we'll release the left hand and turn the nose up toward the ceiling. So the whole front side of the neck. And then we'll turn the nose to look over the left shoulder and maybe even behind the shoulder. And then we're going to take that nose up toward the ceiling and roll again along the back side of the neck. Slowly working our way all the way over to the other side. And once we get to the other side, we want to work our way back to center, bringing the neck back in line. Good. Let's interlace the fingers and press the hands forward. And then we'll take the arms up and over the head. Elbows straight, both side bodies long, and come into a tipping here. So I'm going to tip toward the right. Try to keep the elbows straight. Keep that left hip down. Inhale, back up through center. I'm going to tip to the other side. So come down onto the left side, right hip down. Inhale and come back up to center. Release the hands behind. Just come into a back bend. Shoulders back and down. Pelvic bone tipping. Lifting the center of the chest up toward the ceiling. Nice and broad across the chest. On inhale, we'll come on back up to center. Let's take the hands to the hips or the thighs and let's circle at the hips. I'm going to try to keep that, that rotation in the hips and not in the neck or chest. And we'll pause in that direction and let's circle the other way. And then we'll come on back to center. All right, let's work our way into hands and knees. And coming into cat-cow. Inhale, tailbone, chest up. And exhaling, arching the back. And when you're inhaling, try to breathe into the belly, feeling that belly stretch. And the exhale, pulling the belly in and up. And the next time you're in cat pose, that'll be the last one. And come back to a neutral spine. And let's take the hands a bit forward, spreading the fingers. I'm going to bring the hips forward for half plank pose. Shoulders over the hands. And let's tap the toes of the right foot, 3/4 plank pose. Reach back to that heel on that side. Now bring the right knee down. When you come to the other side, press through your left foot, 3/4 plank pose. And bring that left knee back down. We're going to come into half side plank pose. So keeping your left hand down, you're going to rotate your left foot out to the side and then stack the hips and the shoulders. So coming onto the left side, half side plank pose, stacking shoulders, pushing actively into the hand that's on the floor, separating shoulder blades. We're going to work our way back into half plank pose. And then coming to the other side, right foot comes out, half side plank pose, stacking shoulders, stacking hips. And come on back into half plank pose. And then let's lower all the way down to the floor, over the belly. Let's come on up for cobra pose. Lift the head and the chest, elbow down. And we'll lower back down to the floor. We're going to bring the hands underneath of the chin. So we're going to soften the head down on the hands. Bring your arms forward. And keep your tailbone down toward the floor. Reach back through your toes of your right foot, making that leg super long. You're going to lift just the right leg off of the floor. Try to get the thigh off of the mat. The knee is straight, tailbone down. Breathe in here. And then we'll relax that right leg. We'll come to the other side. So then reach through your left leg, tailbone down, left hip down. We're going to lift that left leg off of the mat. Trying to get the thigh off the mat. And then we'll let the left leg settle down. And making sure the upper body's long. So if you don't already have your forehead on your hands, we'll do that, lengthening out the spine. Tailbone down toward the floor. Now I'm going to reach through both feet, the toes of both legs, and lift both legs together. Tailbone down, knees are straight. Soft upper body, breathing. And then we'll soften both legs back down. You're going to take your hands back by your hips. I'm going to turn your palms in toward the hips, thumbs onto the floor. So thumbs are down. I'm going to roll the shoulders back and away from the ears. Keep the tailbone down, keep the legs down, and just lift the head and the chest. Keep the hands on the floor. So lifting as high as we can here, upper body, shoulder blades draw together and down the back toward the hips, opening the chest. And then we'll soften the whole body down the floor, relax and breathe into the back. I'm going to put it all together now so you can reach back through your feet, tailbone down. When you're ready, lift the head, the chest, the feet, the legs. And if you want, you could take your hands off of the floor and reach back for full locust pose. So tailbone down, lifting higher in the feet and the head. Maybe looking up toward the ceiling, shoulder blades together and down. So you're flying through the air. And then we'll soften everything back down to the floor. A few breaths here into the back. And we'll bring the hands back up by the shoulders. Abdominals then will push up to half plank pose. And then we're going to come back into a wide knee prayer pose. So knees are wide, feet are together, hips come back. I'm going to bring your elbows down onto the mat, draw your hands together into a namaste. And with your head down onto the floor, I'm going to bring your hands onto the upper back or the back of the neck. And you might be able to walk your elbows a little bit more forward if you like, a little bit more of a tricep stretch. On inhale, we'll release. I'm going to come back up onto hands and knees. I'm going to be working with Anjaneyasana, so you'll want a couple of blocks at the front of your mat, and you'll want padding for your knees. So I'm going to come into a hands and knees with your knees padded, a couple blocks up front. So I'm going to start with Anjaneyasana on the right foot. So I'm going to kick your right foot up by your blocks, up by your hands. And you're going to keep walking that foot forward, so there's a little bit of a straightening going on when your hips are back over your left knee. And then we're going to bring the hips forward to bring your right knee over your ankle. So really, yeah, really getting that stretch on the back hip flexor and really feeling the hips drop down toward the floor. And from here, we're going to work our way up. So you can bring your hands onto your right knee. Still keeping the hips forward. Tailbone starts to go down toward the floor. Chest is open. And you could take one or both hands up and over the head, Anjaneyasana. And then we'll bring the hands together at the heart. We're going to lean forward and come into the revolved Anjaneyasana. So try to hook your left elbow to the outside of the knee. Starting to drop your chest down over that knee to start, and then opening the chest out toward the right as much as you like. So twisting around the spine, keeping length in the spine. Belly drawing in and around, breathing. On an inhale, we'll unwind the twist, bringing the hands back onto the blocks. I'm going to start to drop down into a half lizard pose, that's what it's called. So bringing your hands to the inside of your front foot, front knee still bent. I'm going to start to drop the chest down as much as it wants to go to the inside of that front foot. Trying to not go too far out to the left side, but instead staying straight forward. And that right knee might drop a little bit out to the side, that's okay. It's kind of feeling out, where's the limit here? And then from here, I'm going to take the hips back now toward your left foot, straighten out the right leg. And you can drop down over that knee as much as you want. So you can use your blocks for support. You might have your hands on the floor. You want to inhale, we'll go ahead and release. We're going to bring that foot all the way back and come to the other side. So I'm going to kick that left foot now, bringing left foot forward at right blocks. Starting to walk your toes a little bit forward. So there's an almost straightening in that leg, and then bring the hips forward to bring your left knee over your ankle. I'm going to start just breathing here, giving time for the hips to open in space. And then we're going to work our way up, bringing the hands onto the thigh to start. Hips still forward, tailbone still down. And if you want, you could bring one or both hands up and over the head for Aug20BackWork. Bring the hands together now, the center of the chest. You're going to lean forward and turn. Revolve Aug20BackWork, hooking your right elbow perhaps to the outside of the knee, and lengthening tailbone on the top of the head and twisting around that length toward the left side, trying to bring the hands back to the center of the chest or in that general direction. So drawing in toward your center, toward your core in order to maintain balance and strengthen the legs. Breathing. And then we'll unwind the twist. We're going to work our way into half lizard pose, starting to drop both hands down to the inside of the front foot. And as much as you can, trying to stay straight forward, not out toward the right side. Dropping as low as what feels right. So that knee, that left knee may come out to the side a bit as you come down lower. And then on the inhale, we're gonna work our way back, taking the hips back toward your right foot, extending out the left leg. It's going to drop down over that leg any amount. And then on inhale, release. We're actually going to work our way down onto the back and have a strap. So I'm going to hold the strap as you come down. So lying on the back with the knees bent, we're going to slip your strap around both ankles. So we're going to have one end of the strap in each hand, crossing over both ankles. You're going to walk your feet in a little bit toward the hips. Outside edges of the feet are parallel. And you can draw your shoulder blades together. Push in your elbows, draw the shoulder blades together, and then set the back down. And you can walk your hands along the strap towards your feet. So if you're able to grab a hold of your ankles, you could do that, but you've also got the strap here. The tops of the shoulders now roll down toward the floor and let the chest pop up. Bring a little bit of an arch into the back. So you feel the lower back lifting from the floor and chest is open. And then from here, you're going to push into your feet and lift the hips straight up toward the ceiling in this version of bridge pose. You're going to start to feel the shoulders dropping a little more toward the floor. You can pull on your strap to straighten out the arms. Just breathing here. Try to keep your knees about hip distance apart. And then we'll slowly lower the hips back down to the floor. I'm going to release the feet, but switch your strap now to the bottoms of both feet and kick the feet up toward the ceiling. So I'm going to straighten out the legs. Allow the shoulders to soften down toward the floor. And start to pull on the strap to take both feet over the head. Try to keep the hips down. Try to let the gravity help. You may start to feel the belly starting to touch the thighs. Try to keep that length in the spine. And then we're going to slip the right leg out of the strap. Keep your strap on your left foot and drop your right leg all the way down to the floor. So I'm going to come into the one leg version, scissor legs. Breathing here. Turning the toes of your left foot just slightly out to the left side. And we can hold the strap in your left hand and then drop your left foot out to the left side. So all the way out. Keep the right side of the body down, the whole right side, leg, shoulder, everything rooted down toward the floor. And then we'll bring the left foot back up to center. Switching hold, holding the strap with your right hand. Just come into the twist, dropping that left leg all the way over to the right side. Maybe even down onto the floor, rotating the hip. And then the upper body opens the other direction, left shoulder down toward the floor. Enjoying the twist. Inhale, we're going to roll on back to center. You're going to slip your right foot in with your left foot, back up into the strap. And then release the left foot down toward the floor. So just have the right leg supported. Starting to pull that right foot over the head. I'm going to take the toes of the right foot out toward the right. Just a little bit of a rotation. Both straps in the right hand. Drop that right leg out to the side, keeping the whole left side body down. And then work our way up through center. We're going to come to the twist. So holding a strap in the left hand, right leg all the way over to the left side, maybe down toward the floor. And the upper body twist in the opposite direction, right shoulder down. And roll on back to center. Kind of release the strap. I'm going to bring both feet, soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. So knees come out to the side. Reach down, grab a hold of your ankles if you can reach them, taking the knees out, drawing the feet in. From here, we're going to kick up to a happy baby pose. So reach for the outsides of your feet if you can reach them and separate the feet. Drawing the knees toward the shoulders. You might rock side to side, or you might just active version. Use the arm strength to pull the knees down and the feet down. And then release the feet back down to the floor. Straighten out the legs, nice and long on the floor. Take the hands over the head. Just reach to the fingers, reach to the feet. We're going to do a little stretching here. So stretch as hard, as strong as you can. Reach through feet, reach through hands. And then on exhale, relax. Relax the whole body. Let the muscles soften. And then again, reach to the hands, reach to the feet, every muscle in the body toned, reaching, reaching, reaching. And soften, every muscle in the body releases, breathing. And once again, reach to the fingers, reach to the feet, every muscle in the body toning, every muscle lengthening, reach, 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 reach. And soften, let every muscle relax, breathing. And then we'll work our way into Shavasana, finding your corpse pose. Ayurveda says that it takes 6 minutes for the flow of prana to adapt to our intention. So when we're doing our practice, we need to make sure that we're giving time to the body to absorb, time for our being to really recognize what's going on and to find that quiet, centered, safe zone. The same is true throughout the rest of our day. So moving through with intention, giving your body time to adapt. 6 minutes. Take a couple more full breaths here. As you're ready, we'll slowly work our way up to a seated position. Thank you for joining. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope to see you next time. Namaste.